Hi students, welcome to political science class. Before starting lesson, I am asking some questions from previous class. Why? Many a time foreign policy of India is called foreign policy of Jawaharlal Nehru because Nehru managed foreign policy of India as external affairs ministers apart from Prime Minister of India. When and between which countries Panchashila principles signed? Between China and India in 1954. Between whom Panchashila principles signed? Between Jawaharlal Nehru and Chow Enlai. What are Panchashila principles? Respecting each other's sovereignty and regional interest. Non-invasion of each other. Non-interference in each other's internal issues, mutual respect and cooperation, peaceful coexistence. These are all 5 Panchashila principles. What is imperialism? Imperialism is an attempt by sovereign country to take another sovereign country to its control with the intention of ruling it for personal gain. Why India opposed imperialism? Because it was natural for India to get independence from imperial country, so it opposed such moves in other countries. Clear this? Let's today's class we will learn remaining 2 basic aspects of Indian foreign policy: anti-apartheid policy and disarmament. Okay, India is always against apartheid. So what is apartheid? Apartheid is an attempt by a people of particular skin color to subjugate people of different skin color in the name of supremacy. Okay, what is apartheid policy? Apartheid is an attempt by a people of particular skin color to subjugate people of different skin color in the name of supremacy. In simple language, discrimination between white-skinned people and black-skinned people is called apartheid. Okay. What is apartheid policy? Apartheid is an attempt by a people of particular skin color. Here people of particular skin color includes white people. Okay, white people. People of white skin color to subjugate. Subjugate means control. Okay, control. People of different skinned color. It includes black skinned people. Black skinned people. In the name of superiority. Okay, clear this. People of white skin. Okay, taking control over people of black skin in the name of supremacy. Okay, this policy is called apartheid policy. India is always against apartheid. Okay, why? Because apartheid is affront to human rights and international peace. Okay, this partiality between white and black people. Okay, it always affront to human rights. Affront means disturbance. It always disturbance to human rights. Okay, human beings, they can't enjoy their rights. Okay, and it is disturbance to peace in the world also. Okay, it disturbs the peace of the world. Okay, so India always opposed to apartheid. Then India declared no corner of the world shall practice it. How does India show lot of opposition for imperialism? In this way it show lot of opposition for apartheid policy also. India declared no corner of the world shall practice apartheid. Okay, no countries of the world practice this bad practice. Why? Because it discriminates white and black people. Okay, it always disturbance to human rights and international peace. Okay, so India declared no corner of the world shall practice this system. Okay, then next, still recently minority white people ruling majority black people in South Africa. Okay, still present. Okay, still recently minority white people ruling majority black people in which country? South Africa. Okay, so India give its support to Nelson Mandela. Okay, India gave its support to Nelson Mandela to oppose apartheid policy in South Africa. Clear? Learn. Who was Nelson Mandela? Nelson Mandela was a South African nationalist leader. He was a lawyer by profession. Okay, but later he renounced lawyer profession and joined African National Congress. He was greatly influenced by Mahatma Gandhi and he started non-violence movement against racial discrimination in South Africa. So apartheid government of South Africa arrested and imprisoned Nelson Mandela. So he spent 27 years in jail. Okay, for his imprisonment, lot of agitation started. Okay, finally, due to more demands and international pressure, he was released. After his release, he was warmly welcomed by almost all countries of the world. Okay, he is a symbol of struggle of South African blacks. He won Nobel Peace Award to get rid of apartheid policy. In 1994, he appointed as the first president of South Africa. Okay, by democratic system. Okay, but he died in 2014 due to suffering from respiratory problem. Okay, he is considered as father of modern South Africa. Okay, in the year 2009, United Nations Organization declared his birthday July 18 as Nelson Mandela International Day. Okay, in this way, Nelson Mandela is one of the prominent, okay, freedom fighter of South Africa. Clear this? Just like Nelson Mandela, the role of Mahatma Gandhi is very important in opposing apartheid policy in South Africa. Okay, role of Mahatma Gandhi. in opposing apartheid in South Africa is very important. Okay, so here Mahatma Gandhiji studied law in England. Later he went to South Africa. Really, he wanted to spend only 3 months in South Africa, but later he spent total 20 years in South Africa. Why? He strongly opposed racial discrimination between black skinned people and white skinned people in South Africa. So Mahatma Gandhiji invented a new tool of protest called Satyagraha, and he gave his support to Nelson Mandela by joining African National Congress. In this way, Mahatma Gandhiji also contributed a lot to eradicate apartheid in South Africa. Clear this? Last basic aspects of Indian foreign policy, that is disarmament. What is disarmament? The process of elimination of specific arms step by step is called disarmament. The process of elimination of specific arms step by step is called disarmament. Clear this? The process of elimination means reduction of specific arms or weapons. Some weapons always intend to kill large number of people. Okay, so the process of reduction of specific weapons step by step, that is called disarmament. Okay, so we should give up weapons. We don't have weapons. Have minimum weapons what we require. All countries of the world should disarm themselves to move on the path of international peace. We are using guns, rifles. It's okay. It can't cause more destruction. Okay, but some hazardous bombs, nuclear bombs, chemical bombs, biological weapons, hydrogen weapons, gas explosions, all these weapons always intend to kill large number of people. Okay, you know, America blasted atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki of Japan. As a result, lakhs of Japanese people were killed. Even today, Japan facing the effect of this bomb attack. Okay, even today, plants can't grow in this area. Okay, how much gas explosion is here? Okay, so major countries of the world almost have more massive killing weapons. Okay, so these countries should give up the manufacture of mass killing weapons. Okay, then we can able to see international peace all over the world. You know, there is increased competition for production, sale and collection of weapons in the world. Okay, there is increased competition for production, sale and collection of weapons or arms in the world. Okay, nowadays competition increased for production of weapons, sale of weapons and collection of weapons in the world. Okay, most of the countries mint money only for production of weapons and selling them to other countries. Okay, America is the best example for this. Here most of their income comes from production of weapons. Okay, next military aircrafts. Okay, production of military vehicles, etc. Much of their income or finance comes from war industry, weapon industry or arms industry. But India strongly opposes this. Okay. Most of the countries worried that massive scale of arms could lead to Third World War. Okay, nowadays there is increased competition for production and selling of arms in the world. So some poor countries of the world got upset. Why? Because this increased production of weapons can lead to Third World War. Okay, if a Third World War broke out, then whole world become devastated. Okay, whole world get destroyed. Clear this? Okay, so to control whole world from the destruction, disarmament is the best way. Countries with large weapons attack on another country intentionally or by mistakes, but totally it causes massive destruction. Okay, countries with large weapons may attack on other country intentionally or by mistake, but it causes more destruction on the earth. Okay, for example, India and China are the enemy countries. So China can blast bomb on India intentionally sometimes. But sometimes what happen? Okay, if China launched a new bomb, okay, so it want to trial it, so it blast bomb on India. In this moment, Indians, they didn't think intentionally China blast bomb on India or by mistake. We are thinking China blasted bomb on India. Okay, totally it caused massive destruction or it caused more destruction on the presence of massive nuclear weapons makes issue more complicated. Most of the countries have large number of nuclear weapons. Okay, so this makes issue more complicated. Okay, very critical situation whole world is facing. Okay, some of the major countries of the world or militarily strong countries never bow down to the request of the world. So imagine how fierce situation in the world. Some of the top 10 countries of the world like India, Iran, Saudi Arabia, France, Russia, China, Britain, and adding to some other countries have large number of nuclear weapons. It creates fear situation in the world. India is a peace-loving country and it advocates or supports reduction of arms step by step. Qualitatively as well as quantitatively. Okay, India is a peace-loving country, so it supports reduction of arms step by step, qualitatively as well as quantitatively. What is quantitatively? Quantitatively means number of weapons. We may learn how we can reduce number of weapons quantitatively. Here we can give importance to quantitative. India has 100 weapons. Pakistan has 500 weapons. Okay, if India ready to reduce 50 weapons, then Pakistan also reduce 250 weapons. Okay, then situation matching. Okay, but if when India reduced 50 weapons, then Pakistan also reduced 50 weapons, then situation not matching. This is wrong. Okay, this is the reduction of weapons quantitatively. Clear this? Okay. How does we reduce the weapons quantitatively? In this way, we have to reduce the weapons qualitatively. Okay, here we must give importance to quality of weapons and reduce the weapons qualitatively. Okay, then from the time of Jawaharlal Nehru, India gave support for disarmament. Okay, what is disarmament? Okay, reduction of weapons step by step is called disarmament. But complete disarmament, it is impossible and impractical. Why? Because every country needs weapons for its own protection. Okay, if India completely reduced the use of weapons, if China or Pakistan attacked on India, then what we can do? We can't fight with our hands. Okay, so for its own protection, every country needs arms or weapons. So complete reduction of weapons or complete disarmament is impractical or impossible. Okay, every country needs a weapon for its own protection. Clear this? Article 51 of Indian Constitution aims to establish international peace and cooperation. Okay. What does Article 51 of Indian Constitution advocates? Okay, it advocates international peace and cooperation. Okay, the main aim of Article 51 of our Constitution is to spread international peace all over the world and develop cooperation among the various nations of the world. Okay, so here Indian Constitution suggests our central government to implement peace in the country and avoid war. Okay, then India is a peace loving country and it always joined hands with the United Nations organization to spread the message of international peace and cooperation all over the world. Not only this, India was a member of SAARC and Commonwealth of Nations. Okay, so joining as members, India tried to spread the message of international peace all over the world. Not only this, India is one of the major member of United Nations organization. Okay, it always agrees what United Nations organization declares for the welfare of whole nation. Okay, clear this? Thank you, students.